Let's see what she will do to 60, to 70. It's quite a throaty boy. That's also a good sound. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Martin and this is a BMW 440i convertible. So this is Peter's car, and Peter bought an MHD license through our shop, autobahn.shop, and I approached him and asked, so which car do you have? I know it's a B58, and what are your plans with it? And like a day later he went over to Pure Turbos in Belgium, great guys, and he installed a high pressure fuel pump, and he sent me a picture of it, and I was like, oh wow, I'm really curious what the MHD HPFP map is like, so with the high pressure fuel pump HPFP. So could we meet up at our spot? And he was very enthusiastic about that idea, so here we are. I'm going to do a quick lap around the car. We've done so many of these, right? But it's really fun on this beautiful Sunday morning to have a convertible, I think, and to have that high pressure fuel pump in an F series, because normally the HPFP is in the G series, as you might know, the B58.2 or the B58 TU. Hope I don't get too nerdy. So we have these really cool looking Italian apparently wheels, 19-inch. Behind that we have the M Performance brake system. So the previous owner went crazy on M Performance options. He did a lot of mods on this car, and quite a few good ones, I think. The best one is the M Performance back box, of course, to get that B58 goodness from there. And for some reason I'm growing to like convertibles. I always never really like convertibles, but I think this 4 Series, the size of it in combination with being a convertible, I really like. This is a full 4-seater, really, as long as they're not from the same basketball team. F-Series build quality, you're fine. So let's have a look under the bonnet. Hey, another M Performance goodie. He really went crazy. So the B58, the previous owner also installed, of course he did, the M Performance power kit. So you get a M Performance power and sound kit from factory, and it would bump up the power from 326 horsepower to 360, I think. And this is now with MHD stage 2 about 430 horsepower, and that's because we also have the high pressure fuel pump, which sits right there, but I'm not going to take off the cover. And we also have XHP gearbox tune, which is really, really nice. Let's just go and drive it. We're always like, should we close the windows or open the windows when we do a walk around the car with a convertible? I thought we should open them. That's a nice sound. So on the interior, beautiful cognac interior, bespoke seats for the 4 Series convertible with the air scarf in there. Really nice Harman Kardon sound system, as you can see, a few speakers at the back. Check out the sport display, which has also been recoded to show the right amount of power. Well, it's always a bit of a ballpark indication, but it is nice that we have it. And another really cool mod, I don't think I've ever seen this, is the instrument cluster from an M4. So this can really compete with the M4 F33, so the convertible M4 of this generation. I actually think the 440i convertible is a better car than the M4 convertible, because this just embraces its convertibleness, whereas the M4 wants to be a performance car, really good handling one, and being a convertible. Those two just never meet anywhere. It's always a very big compromise, and I think with the M4 they've done so many alterations that it's not a nice convertible anymore. This is just a nice cruiser in essence. Let's close up those exhaust valves because it's quite a loud car. I forgot to mention this, it has an HJS 200 cell downpipe with TÜV approval, and all the resonators and silencers have been removed in the exhaust line. So when I put the car into Sport Plus, it's quite loud actually, because that amp performance back box with the valves open, it's quite a throaty boy. Oh. So a little upshift drop, and also when you go off throttle you get that same drop. Wow. What a nice engine, and we get those snappy gear shifts. Because of the XHP, and you can see that if I shift on power, on torque, in a corner, you can see the flex in the body if you look closely, but I don't care. This isn't some track weapon. This is something to be enjoyed on a nice curvy road. Oh man, it is cool. It is actually quite loud. I think it's a bit too loud for the purpose of this vehicle, but I think I would have stuck with the resonator. It is a cool sound though, especially with the roof off. A car gets so much louder when you take off the roof. Yeah, but of course you can close the exhaust valves, and it's a little more civil. That's also a good sound. Okay, let's get the roof on, because on the Autobahn I do like having, well, it's a hard top in this case. As you might know, the newer generation 4 Series convertible have a soft top. It looks a lot nicer from the outside, but this is quite practical, I have to admit. If you do winter driving and stuff, a hard top is always a good solution. So as you can hear, it's a lot quieter now. It's funny because I have an M440i with MHD stage 2 with me currently today. I just tested it, and I can really pinpoint on the differences between the F series and the G series. Well, you notice that the F series turbo is a bit smaller, and it doesn't really pull through to 7,000 RPM. So top end is a little stronger with the G series B58.2, but this is no slouch. 100 to 200 I did a 9.96, so under 10 seconds, which to our standards makes it a seriously fast car. Little Audi drag race here. Come on, guys. So as you can see, it's about 440, 430, somewhere around that number. Let's see what she will do to 60, to 70, 280. She is strong, really. That's 290. 200 in a 4 Series convertible. Wow, that is a capable machine, really. You do feel that the suspension and the whole chassis is a bit flexy, you know. So it, after like 280, you could really tell that, you know, it didn't really like doing it in a driving dynamic sense, but the drivetrain really liked doing it. But wow, this thing is so capable, and I love the fact that we have that M4 cluster to give us that extra speed indication, because normally, as you might know, a 440i has a speedometer that goes up to 260. So yeah, this car is meant to be here, I think. But you can really tell that this car has been modified not on a budget. This was with an empty canvas, with quite a lot of budget actually, because the mods that have been done are, I think, quite expensive. I think this cluster is quite expensive. The HJS downpipe is really expensive. That back box is really expensive. These amp performance big brake kits are really expensive. So yeah, Peter, you've bought an amazing car, I think. Because Peter explained that he also test drove a normal 440i convertible without all these extras, and he said the whole driving experience was just so much less, and I can really tell, you know, this is quite a special example with all these mods. So Peter, you've got a great car, you did some great mods, and he asked me what should I do next. I think like an Venturi intake would be really cool to have on this car, but other than that, I think it's about perfect, really. So yeah, congrats on that. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out this video, go check out this POV reviews playlist, and please, you help us out so much by subscribing to our channel. Thank you guys, bye.